guys, and I'm Samantha and welcome to my channel. I am here to do my best books of 2022. Now, I didn't have really very many 5-star reads that were like brand new reads for me, so I will go over what my rereads were for the year along with my 5-star reads, because those rereads were originally 5-star reads for me. And then at the end, I'll give like some runner-ups that kind of stuck with me throughout the year. And okay, so for the 5-star rereads that I have is Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This is Sarah J. Maas's like urban fantasy series that has a more modern style to it, and it was my introduction into Sarah J. Maas, and I think I read it this time around in preparation for book 2 that came out, and it was a late night bookwarming book club pick for the year. And I read From Blood and Ash and Crowded Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I really loved this series, and I was rereading it in preparation for the newest books that came out, and I think it was in March, maybe? I can't quite remember now. But yeah, I really enjoyed those. And then I reread Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. This is a YA paranormal romance style. Well, there is some romance to it, but it isn't like the sole focus of it. It follows some vampires that are called Blue Bloods. They are a line of vampires that regenerate every few years. They cycle in and out of being kind of like in a coma-like state, and then they restart their lives, and they don't have any memories of their previous lives until they hit 16, when they start showing the signs of them becoming the vampires that they are, and then they get their memories back from previous lives. And a lot of these vampires have memories going back to the Mayflower and being some of the like founding fathers and like mothers of the country and stuff like that. So this was my vampire series when I was in high school, when Twilight was coming out, so I definitely preferred this one over Twilight. Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. This is a YA paranormal stars. I did Knitting Wizardry by Amy Clark Moore. I worked through all the patterns in this knitting pattern book. This and the unofficial Harry Potter Knits magazine are pretty much one and the same. It has all the same patterns. I had gotten this ebook copy as on the go, just in case I happened to forget my patterns from the magazine, so I wanted to have easy access to it online. I really enjoyed working through all those patterns. I wear the sweaters, especially the black cabled sweater I have, the Severus pullover, and the brown, like heavily cabled and textured sweater, the Hagrid sweater that I made for Jordan. I wear those more than he does, and they're really nice and comfortable. Next is Everything is Okay by Debbie Tong. I really love this book. It is a graphic novel memoir that follows Debbie as I believe it's a memoir. I could be mistaken, but it really reflects and shines a light on how anxiety and depression can affect people and like their lives and everything around them. And it really kind of like, it was like holding a mirror up to myself and seeing how everything that the character went through is pretty much exactly how my anxiety and depression work. So I really related to that a whole bunch. And then my next 5-star was this, the Llewellyn's 2023 Moon Sign Date Book, Weekly Planning by the Cycles of the Moon. I picked this up from my local metaphysical store, Baywitch, to use this to help me plan my spell work throughout the year. And it also has some really good information that I can use in a later times whenever I fill it up, like the Norse god of the moon, things like that. So I did go ahead and like read this ahead before actually using it, like the furry friends who help us put on the moon, kind of things like that. So it's got small sections throughout here. I will let you guys know how effective it was for my spell planning, and we'll see if I actually keep up with my spell planning and doing spells and stuff, because I want to get better about doing rituals and my spells and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps. Hey guys, Editing Sam here. I had completely forgotten about the last book that I had given 5 stars for the year, and I had only just read this on Sunday, so it's not surprising that I forgot. But it is the Little Golden Book for A Nightmare Before Christmas. I am blanking on the author's name, but it is the Little Golden Book's retelling of the movie. I had really loved this. I grew up on the Little Golden Book, so I definitely recommend this one. I will let you guys know how effective it was for my spell planning, and we'll see if I actually keep up with my spell planning and doing spells and stuff, because I want to get better about doing rituals and my spells and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps. And those were my 5-star reads for the year. Now, the runner-ups for Wash Day Diaries by Jamila Rouser and Robin Smith. I gave this, I believe, 4.5 stars. It's a graphic novel that follows young Black women throughout their daily lives as they just live their lives and take care of their hair. And it definitely gives me a good look into another culture, and makes me opens my eyes to what other women of a different race or just cultural background from me go through from day to day. And I really enjoyed that, and I really appreciated it, and I believe everyone should have a story like this to read and to learn from. Book 2 is War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This was the book that I was anticipating reading, and it didn't quite fully hit a favorite, but it definitely, the ending of the book itself really had me on the edge of my seat and flailing. There is specific points at the end of the book during a couple of fight scenes that Jordan really was questioning if I was sane or not, because I'm sitting here flailing as I'm reading it. So I really enjoyed the reading of that. Next is Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker. I really love this graphic novel. It's really cute. LGBTQ, the type of novel that follows a young witch and a werewolf as they try to solve a mystery that's in their neighborhood, and as they are longtime friends and become more than just friends. It's really sweet. Another really sweet graphic novel was Pilu of the Woods by Mia K. Nguyen. This follows a young child as they spend most of their time out in nature, and they become friends with a forest sprite, and it really handles the topic of grief really well, and because the main character's mother had passed away, and it just shows how they are coping with that grief. A recent read of mine that I really enjoyed is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. I'm really big on, I've said it multiple times in different videos, but I'm really big on retellings, and definitely Greek myth retellings. Oh, words today. I really enjoyed reading Ariadne. I read it for the Recreate Book Club pick for December, because I am a co-host with for Ashley's book club, and I really enjoyed it. It made me really kind of a different point of view and a different lens for that story, because I had read Circe in the past, and it kind of goes, I would say they go hand in hand. If you read Circe, you enjoyed it, I would think that you would like Ariadne as well, because Ariadne is mentioned in passing in Circe, and it just really dives into like her past and her story, and just gives it a different light, and it tells it from her point of view and her sister's point of view as well, and I really enjoyed it. And the last book for runner-up, which is kind of a surprise for me because I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it, is the December pick for Reading by Candlelight Book Club, is In the Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is a Groundhog's Day style Christmas story, romantic comedy, following a girl as she replays the Christmas season over and over again until she can correct whatever mistakes she had made. Like I said, I was surprised that I enjoyed this one as much as I did, because usually I'm kind of like in the middle. These types of romance tend to just get like a 3-star of it being okay, but not like a favorite of mine. But I was pleasantly surprised with this. So I definitely recommend it if you are looking for a cute romantic comedy for the holiday season. But yeah, those were my best books for the year. If you have read any of these books, leave me a comment down below, letting me know how you thought of those, and leave a like if you like this video, and hit subscribe to keep up to date with any of the new videos I have coming out in the future. And until next time, you guys, bye.